Welcome to Master Your Mind. I'm your host, Authenticity. Now, this mini course, which is entitled Learn to Master Your Mind, is a course designed to take you back to your reality. Whether or not you're aware of it, the majority of us have been trained in society to actually be insane. This course is designed to take you on a little deep dive. I have other courses that are more involved, but in this mini course, you are going to learn that you are not the story or the characters, but you are actually the author. So let me break down Authenticity, which is the name of my company, how it was birthed. So Authenticity stands for being the author of your most authentic version of you by remembering your antiquity. So again, I'm saying you are not the story in your mind or the characters, you are actually the author. So, welcome to the course. Thank you for trusting me and trading your time that you are guaranteed to get a lot of value out of this mini course. I'm excited to dive in. So, I created this course to guide people back to the truth of reality, as I stated earlier. The goal and the purpose of Master Your Mind is to teach you how your reality is currently created and then learn the process of authenticity so you can finally start creating your reality according to you. But first, let me ask you a question. Do you know that the only place that you have ever experienced your reality and your life from is in your own mind? This is why it was important for me when I was designing this course to create this symbol here, mind. Now, my ND with the greater sign that we learned in elementary school pointed towards the my. You see, the only place that we've ever experienced reality is in our mind. So that means we have to take back our ownership of it because currently, just like the original AI, we've created things from a human level of consciousness, and then that level of consciousness ends up controlling us. So this course is all about taking back, basically returning to our common sense. But this is what Authenticity uses. It's a 4-pillar process. I'm going to introduce this to you now. Number 1 is neutralize. Number 2 is awareness mastery. Number 3 is the truth of identity. And number 4 is authenticity, which I briefly explained. So this is what we're going to cover. These are the main topics. The full curriculum, we can take a glance at it. Module 1, neutralize it. We're going to talk about and discuss the law of neutrality. Everything actually starts out neutral, and we create charges in our minds and body. And we'll discuss this in detail in the actual module, but for now, this is just the summary. The second law that we're using without knowing it is the law of momentum. This is very important with how we currently show up in the world and how we want to change and show up in the future. Topic 3, which is reframing the stories and the characters that I spoke about earlier that you're not. This is a big step in getting out of these victim roles that we find ourselves in. Module 2 is awareness mastery. The first topic we're going to discuss is the truth of awareness. Once you know this truth, you can look back at your former self and your life as if it was something that is seen from a whole different, wider perspective. Topic 2, the levels of awareness. Now that we've been introduced and we're discussing the truth of awareness, we're going to discuss the different levels of awareness and what and how that applies to your reality, your meaning-making machine, your mind. We're also going to discuss, because of the levels of human awareness or human consciousness, self is actually an experience. This is really important to know because it's more like a verb than a noun. So module 3 is the truth of identity. We're going to talk about what an identity is in the first lesson. Then we're going to talk about the uncomfortable truth that we may be practicing now and show undeniable evidence why we should just give up this game of identity. Topic 3 is overcoming the game of identity. And then in module 4, authenticity, we're going to learn that you're actually the author of the story of your life and therefore the main character and the secondary characters. Excuse me. In topic 2, entitled Antiquity, we're going to take us back to our roots and understand that we are the author currently, because our subconscious is actually creating programs for us to learn lessons. But I'm not going to, this is just the introduction. We're not going to dive into the material, but that's something you could look forward to learning about. And topic 3 is the essential version, meaning all these processes that we're going to do is really what's been called peeling the onion. We're going to bring ourselves back to our most essential essence or truth of ourselves. So in the summary, we're going to neutralize it. We're going to learn to master aware. We're going to learn first what awareness is and how to master it. And then we're going to learn the truth of identity in module 3. And then in module 4, we're going to be taught and introduced to a process called authenticity, which is going to shatter the paradigms, belief systems of your old self that is like an old suit you've been wearing around, or dress, depends on what clothes you wear. So in closing, in this introduction and this first video, I want to talk about the fact that your mind is not just your thoughts or your brain. Your mind is actually a combination of the control center, or the control room, as it's referred to it next, and the circuitry, meaning your nervous system. The way it works, which we're going to discuss in detail, is it follows the laws of this universe that when we form an intention and put our attention on anything and create a thought process, in turn, it releases energies in what we have called emotions. That's just a brief summary of what we're going to go into detail about. So the control room is you and everything that you're currently believing. We're going to take apart belief and look into that as well. So this has been an introduction to the course, this mini course, Master Your Mind. Learn to master your mind, because it's a skill that you should definitely know. And we have to take back the power that we unknowingly gave to these lower levels of consciousness. And this course is a very short and powerful course if you want to shatter some of these old paradigms that have you in a hypnosis, in a dream state. So stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you there.